everyone, the sun is in Scorpio, the moon is in Taurus, our transits are wherever they are, but don't worry, we will make it through. I am filming this on Halloween, but this video is not going to be uploaded until the following day, November 1st, due to scheduling conflicts. But happy Halloween and blessed Samhain. Welcome back to my Element mini-series. If you are new here, this is a mini-series of mine in which I go over the broad differences between each of the signs within their own element. In today's video, which is part 3 of this series, I will be going over the broad differences between each of the air signs. If you want to check out part 1, in which I went over fire, and or part 2, in which I went over earth, they are linked in the description. So, let us all light a candle and enjoy. So the air signs in astrology consist of Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And the characteristics as to what makes an air sign is being intellectual, fluctuating, innovating, detached, and cerebral. Air signs are known to be the communicators and thinkers of the zodiac. They are all about the mind and are very curious individuals. So with that in mind, no pun intended, let's get into the details. Up first we have Gemini. So Gemini is the symbol of the twins, and the twins for Gemini represent duality. Their duality is infamous in the fact that they have a solid reputation in having fluctuating moods. They have the side of them where they are very friendly, very social, very affectionate beings. And then comes in with the other side of Gemini, in which they then go from being very friendly to snappish the next, which can really catch people off their guard as they have the tendency to switch moods sometimes without warning. But their snappy moments usually end up being swept under the rug quickly by others as they are very well liked. Part of what helps them out with that is the fact that they are the most adaptable of the zodiac. It's extremely easy for them to blend in any environment. They can talk to anybody with confidence, with ease. That is a huge reason of what makes them accepted in by others. Like Virgo, as mentioned in my Earth video, Gemini is also ruled by Mercury. Mercury, once again, is the planet of communication and mental activities. The difference, though, is that the mixture of Mercury's energies with Virgo's Earth energies gives Virgo the tendency to be more introspective, whereas the mixture of Mercury's energies with Gemini's air energies causes Gemini's nature to be more communication-based. Gemini is always needing constant mental stimulation. They get incredibly bored within a short amount of time, especially if you are deemed as boring by them. They really love to talk and learn about so many different things, but whatever they talk about in the moment never holds on to their attention for too long. So they end up jumping from topic to topic to keep that mental stimulation going. That's also another reason why Geminis are so well liked. They know how to keep conversations from faltering. They don't just do this with conversations though. They do this with pretty much anything, whether it's a relationship, social groups, a job, a living situation, as they are big lovers of change. They're very versatile. So, very open-minded, but not much time is spent on an experience due to restlessness. And it's because of this that they also have a reputation in being flaky. Also, don't let their cool, calm, and collected exterior fool you, because underneath it all, they are actually low-key anxious. Their anxiousness comes from taking on too many activities to the point where they feel completely overwhelmed. So, Geminis really need to learn how important it is to give themselves downtime when they are feeling mentally exhausted. Up next is the second air sign, Libra. Libra is the sign of the scales, the only zodiac sign to represent a non-living thing. When reading about Libras, one of the most common reoccurring themes you will notice with them is that they are all about balance, harmony, and justice. Equality and fairness are incredibly important to them. They're very diplomatic. When it comes to hearing arguments, they like to listen to all sides of the story before choosing who they think is more in the right. They also try to see things from the point of view of other people. Also true to their sign of the scales, they are constantly weighing in the pros and cons to nearly every situation, which is why it's very hard for them to make up their minds. Like Taurus, also from my Earth video, Venus also rules over Libra. Venus, once again, is the planet of love and beauty. The difference, though, is that the mixture of Venus's energies with Taurus's Earth energies gives Taurus the tendency to feel an appreciation for the pleasures of the material world. Whereas the mixture of Venus's energies with Libra's air energies causes Libra to be aware of how important it is to build interpersonal relationships. Venus is the reason why Libra could at first seem like the odd one out of the air signs, considering both of the other signs are ruled over by planets that govern things relating to intellect. Venus governs relationships and the arts. While Libras love talking to people, they mainly show their intellectual side through creation. Libras love the arts. They love drawing, they love painting, they love dance, they love photography. They even love playing around with fashion and makeup probably more than any other zodiac sign. They also love to decorate, as Venus also rules over aesthetics. Being ruled by Venus is what helps make Libras way less emotionally detached than the other air signs, as Libras are also known for being very partner-oriented. They typically lean on codependency. So with the planet of love mixed in with the sign of the scales, they like to have someone there with them to help bring balance to that aspect of their life. This can sometimes be their downfall, though, because they do have the tendency to seek validation of themselves from others. Libras are the most soft-spoken of the air signs. They are very respectful, and because of that, they try not to overstep their boundaries. Because of that, they try to avoid conflict at any cost just to keep the peace, which causes them to have difficulty in saying what's on their mind. Libras have a soft nature. They're the type of person to go to when you feel as though you need to calm yourself down. They can sometimes be too nice, though, to the point where they will sugarcoat things rather than tell you what you need to hear. But the claws do start to come out when they see or hear things that are unwarranted. And finally, our third and final air sign, Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of the water bearer. It's because of this symbol having water in it that so many people mistake Aquarius for a water sign. But the symbol, which shows the water bearer pouring water out of a vase, is a metaphor for giving life to Earth. Aquarius is a humanitarian sign. They are very passionate in helping others and wanting to help reshape society to where it benefits everybody. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Uranus is a planet that governs technology, innovation, rebellion, and most of all, originality. Aquarius is best known for their unique nature. The nature of Aquarius is so unique that they are often considered to be eccentrics. Things or topics that are deemed as abnormal to society are things that often interest an Aquarius. While they may be odd, they are brilliant. When it comes to projects and plans, they come up with genius ideas. They are gifted when it comes to thinking outside the box. It's because of this that they are the most intellectual of the air signs, at least I believe so. They have a lot of pride and ego when it comes to their intellectual thinking. So when it comes down to people not agreeing with their ideas, their pride and ego gets hurt. And instead of trying to come to a peaceful agreement, they instead insist that their ideas are the best ones. Aquarius is a bit of a hipster, as they are all about not following trends and not doing what everyone else is doing. Even if a particular thing seems intriguing to them, they will stay away from it as long as it's popular. They are total nonconformists. This is where their rebellious nature is displayed. When someone tells them to play by the rules, they go ahead and break them. I sometimes think of James Dean when I hear about someone not playing by the rules. And due to natural curiosity, I recently looked up his birth chart, and it turns out he was an Aquarius. How about that?
But astrology isn't real, so...
Aquarius is a very self-contradicting sign. The biggest contradicting thing about them is that even though they care about the well-being of others, they don't like to get involved in interpersonal relationships. For instance, they might hear something terrible on the news. They might want to set up a fundraiser or partake in protests. But if you personally come to them crying and complaining, or spam them with a bunch of text messages expressing how sad you are with something, they are slowly going to back away and retreat for a while. It's not that they don't care, they just don't want to be emotionally bombarded. So even though they can be emotionally detached, they do wish others well. So to let you know if someone has air energy, there will be a lot of chattiness coming from them, especially if they are speaking in an articulate way. They can come across as aloof or unemotional, but at the same time are able to morph themselves well into a new social scene. And they are always so intrigued to learn about things, and their curiosity is always piked. And that wraps up the air signs. And like I mentioned in the other videos of this series, there are more details with these signs. But I was just going over the broad differences of their personas. Details regarding placements in a birth chart will be discussed in other videos for another time. And like always, I appreciate you all so much for watching. Thank you so much. If any of you guys have air in any of your big three, please comment down below. Part 4, the last video of this mini-series, is on its way. In part 4, I will be going over the differences between each of the water signs. In the meantime, you can also reach me on both Instagram and Twitter at snappycappy7. If you want to see more of my videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button, and to let you know that I just uploaded a new video, please make sure to also click on the charming little instrument known as the bell. Be sure to like, be sure to share, and until then, take care.